You won't believe how corruption happens in PH projects. All right, picture this. A government project gets announced in the Philippines. On paper, it sounds like progress. A new road, a bridge, a public school building. On paper, it sounds like progress. But for some officials, this is less about serving the people and more about lining their pockets. Let's break it down. First up, the bidding process. The government's supposed to pick the contractor who can do the job best for the lowest price. But here's the catch. Sometimes officials already have a favorite. They might accept bribes from contractors to make sure those companies win the bid. Or worse, they set up ghost companies with their friends or relatives as fake competitors just to make the process look legit. Now let's talk about overpricing. Say a bridge really costs 10 million pesos to build. The project gets approved for 20 million. Where does the extra money go? It's usually split among the corrupt officials and their chosen contractors. Everyone gets a cut, except of course the Filipino people, who end up with a bridge that's either substandard or never even finished. And speaking of unfinished projects, ever notice those construction sites that just stop halfway? Sometimes officials approve the release of funds for a phased project, but after pocketing the money, they abandon it. Locals are left staring at bare columns and empty lots, while the paper trail claims the project was completed. Here's a classic move: kickbacks. Contractors inflate their invoices, add extra charges for materials or labor, and then hand back a portion of that money to the officials who approved the deal. It looks clean on the paperwork, but the end result is, you guessed it, public funds quietly vanishing. So, what happens when someone gets caught? Sometimes there's a media storm, maybe even an investigation. But more often than not, cases drag on for years, and the officials just move on to the next project. It's like a sad cycle that repeats itself. But I want to make this clear. Not every official is corrupt. There are plenty of hardworking public servants out there. The problem is, the system sometimes makes it easy for the bad apples to thrive. So what can ordinary Filipinos do? Stay alert, ask questions. If you see a public project in your community, check if it's really being built as promised. Support groups and journalists who are exposing these cases. And when election time comes, remember who really worked for you and who worked for their own wallet. Corruption in government projects isn't just about money disappearing. It means lost opportunities, schools that never open, roads that stay broken, lives that don't get better. But by shining a light on how the system works, maybe, just maybe, we can help it change. Thanks for joining me on this quick deep dive. If you learned something new today, hit that subscribe button. And let's keep the conversation going. Quick recap: rigged bidding, overpricing, kickbacks, and abandoned projects. These cost lives and opportunities. Paper says finished, reality says otherwise. Officials move on, and the cycle continues. Take photos and document progress. Ask officials direct questions at town halls. Support investigative journalists and watchdog groups. And vote for people who actually deliver results. This isn't abstract. These are real people whose lives are delayed by corruption. Children who never get to use that school. Elderly with harder commutes because roads stay broken. Shine a light. Demand transparency. Community pressure matters. Support the officials who do the right thing. Find local watchdogs and investigative playlists in the description. Report suspected corruption. Include photos, dates, and receipts. By watching, sharing, and acting, we help protect our communities. Small steps add up. If you liked this, subscribe for more explainers. Links in the description, report lines, watchdogs, and our investigative playlist.